On July the 4th, 1985, Bessie Farmer Herriage, aged 91 at the time, was interviewed by her daughter, Mildred Burnett.
Well, we came to Texas from Tennessee on the train. Daddy, Mother, and all of us us 5 kids. Four kids, 4 children. And about all I remember is me and Bubba playing hide and seek on the train. And when we got to Bonham, Uncle Joe met us in the wagon and Uncle Jim come in his buggy. And so Mother, the baby, and me, that was Ollie, got to ride back in Uncle Jim's buggy and to Uncle Joe's house. And Daddy and the other children had to come with Uncle Joe in the wagon. And we stayed at Uncle Joe's house until we got a place of our own. But that wasn't long because Uncle Jim was working on Aunt Jane Moore's land. And he had a little house, and we moved to this little house on the place and lived there and made a crop the next year.
All right, you made your first crop on the halves, Mama. Now continue with your story.
And we made a real good cotton crop. And that fall, after gathering our crop, Daddy bought a team and plow tools, enough to make a crop of his own. And we made a crop with Aunt Jane Moore and rented some land from Mr. Percy White, joining. And that's where we lived that year. And then we rented more land from Mr. White and moved to a bigger house on up the road.
Tell us about the house.
The house was a log house, one big log room with a lean-to for the kitchen clear across the back, and upstairs. And the men folks and the little boys all lived upstairs, and the rest of us lived downstairs in a one-room house with a big fireplace clear across one side. And
you said it had a porch.
Yeah, it had a porch.
Did you cook on the fireplace?
No, we had a cook stove in the kitchen, and they cooked
in the lean-to. Okay.
In the lean-to. And I remember the yard so well. It had about 15 pecan trees in the backyard. And they had real good pecans on them, and we kids would gather them, would be up early to pick them up, and Daddy'd beat us up when the wind blew and gather the most of the pecans.
Did he sell the ones he got?
No, they just eat them. And I remember taking Uncle Jim a tobacco sack full of pecans to the gin. He run Moore's Chapel Gin, and I remember taking him a sack of pecans, and I could just see him. He put them up over the door so nobody couldn't find him, you know.
Where was the gin, Mama?
It was right there, where Roy Helson's place, right down below Roy Helson's place.
Oh, it was on that side, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was the Rayburn land that was there.
Yeah. And Dr. Rayburn, that's Sam Rayburn's brother, he was their country doctor. And people would go after him day and night, and he never failed to go.
You know what kind of is, T.J.?
Dr. Rayburn lived right on the place that
he lived on the place
that you later bought.
And he lived in a little log cabin down where the well was down there, and he had a nigger man and woman, an old nigger man and woman that lived with him and did his work.
Did they live in the same house, or did he have a house?
I just don't know whether they did or not, but anyway, we called him Aunt Jane, no. We called him Old John and Ed, and Ann and John, the niggers. And then Dr. Rayburn got married. Oh, he married a rich woman. She had a little boy. He was about the same age as my brother. And they played together quite a lot. And
did he build that house before he married?
He built that house. I don't remember I think he built it just before he married. And he built the barn first, and it burned down. And he had to build another one. I don't know why he had to have a barn first. And my daddy worked the land, sowed it in wheat.
Was the Moores Chapel Cemetery already there?
Yes, I think it was. Well, my daddy knew the first person that was buried at Moores Chapel Cemetery, knew of the one. Her name was Cashet.
All right, after you moved away from Moores Chapel, where did you go?
Went Mr. White's place, right straight east up the road.
Okay. So you didn't leave Moores Chapel then?
No, I didn't
Not till you
leave,
married.
no. And
where'd you go to school?
We lived there quite several years and worked Percy White's land. And we had this old log house that I told you about, and then he built us another room, a big room with a lean-to and a front porch. And they made a plank walk from one porch to the other. The log house.
Like a bridge?
Yeah, just a bridge. And
who slept in the second?
Sister and Ollie always slept in there, and that was where we kept that's where we kept the cow and
Did you keep the cow in the lean-to?
And yeah. So it wouldn't be too cold to go in and milk. I don't know.
What did you burn? Wood?
Wood.
How in the world did you meet Papa living there when he lived at Prairie Point?
I don't know.
You don't know how you met Papa?
Yeah, he was kin to Stroud, you know. And I was always with Beulah, She's at my house, or I was at her house, well, and that's where I met
Did you go to school together, you and Buell? You and Bew went
Yeah.
to school together?
Mhm.
Where, at
Yeah.
Harrison?
Harrison.
How long did you know Papa before you married?
Oh, 3 or 4 years.
My goodness. You married when you were 17.
Yeah.
Tell us about when you married. What did you do? Did he ask for you?
Oh, yeah. Asked for me a long time before we got to marry. They wouldn't let us marry. I was too young. But he never did stop coming.
Did he have a horse and buggy?
Uh-huh. And he rode the horse when it was bad. Come through, didn't come around the road but he did in the buggy. And she was a fine buggy horse, too. She was highly strung. We'd meet a car on the road, and he'd have to hurry and turn around and let the car pass her. She couldn't meet it.
He needed to put blinders on it. Well, when you got married, was that the horse that you used?
Yeah. And we went in a buggy when I got married. It was 16th day of January, and it was bright and sunshiny. And
What year was it?
16.
January the 16th, 19 and what?
19.
18. No?
19 and 10,
Okay.
I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah, I was born the next March, so
Yeah.
that'd make it right. I was born 1911. Okay.
And Bubba and his girlfriend borrowed Uncle Jim's buggy. Bubba didn't have a buggy. And 2 or 3 more. Let's see, there was Oscar Sullivan, is Tim and
Tim Herriage.
Tim Herriage and the man was named Jones, but I can't think what his first name was. Milton Jones and Oscar Sullivan and Till, I guess. No, Till was along, and Harm, and I can't think of that girl's name.
The McDonald's. Willie.
But anyway,
Willie McDonald was with you.
Yeah, Willie McDonald and
Oh,
Harm.
she
That's
was-
who's with Harm.
All right. But she was with who?
She was with,
She is Willie what? Miller?
yeah,
She is Willie Miller.
and she was with, I reckon she was one was with Harm.
Okay. So she wasn't with the one she married.
Oh, no, he hadn't ever come to Texas. And so,
Well, what'd you do? Just how could that many buggies stop?
we met the preacher right there about where, that old boy lives, got all them tools. And you said he got married.
Oh, at the Skinner place at the top of Bordark Hill.
Yeah, top of Bordark Hill. That's where we met the preacher.
Who was the preacher?
Everybody, his name was Wes. Everybody stopped and drove up side to side, you know, as close as they could get, sat in their buggies, and the preacher did too.
A preacher stayed in the buggy too?
I think he did.
Why
I'm
you have
not.
to?
I guess he did. But it was a very short ceremony. But it was pretty and warm. And we went on to Bonham and drove around a little bit, and then went home.
Where was your home? Where'd you go?
We lived on the Bailiff's place. That's where
Well, you went back to your parents' home?
Yeah. And then we disbanded and we went home with Willie Miller for supper. Eat supper.
Where'd you and Papa live then?
We lived in the house of Miss Herriage's folks. Miss Herriage and family, and know how big the family was. And I lived with them.
Well, you were already living out when I was born.
Yeah.
Lived at Prairie Point.
Lived at Prairie Point, and Papa made a crop with his daddy.
Had you moved when I was born?
Yeah, we already moved. We rented more land right down the road, and just soon as Tom Herriage moved out, we moved in.
Now that was next to the Prairie Point Schoolhouse
Yeah.
and church house and shed.
Yeah. And we didn't have any money. Us had a team, but we didn't have any money. But we moved over in the house with Warren Ells and helped gather the crop. I put in Papa's sack, didn't pull a sack. That was 4 years born in March. And I think he made about $65, and that's what we bought our household goods with. Bought a little stove, wood stove, and that little safe, like I got that.
Oh, how about that little stand table in there that you gave me?
Yeah, and bought the stand. Everybody had to have a stand table set in the middle of the floor. And
what did you put on that stand table?
Well,
the lamp?
A lamp, and a dresser, and washstand. And
Mom, was that bed that's up at the cabin, was that the bed you bought, Ricky?
Yeah, bed, and then bought a bedroom suit, like that old dresser in my bedroom at home. And it had a dresser with it. It had a table with it. Well, anyway, it had 2 beds.
Well, you didn't get 2 beds very early, 'cause I slept with you till Faye was a great big kid.
I know, but then couldn't put babies off in another room.
Well, then you bought this 3-quartered bed.
Yeah.
Now, it was cold, wasn't it? Well, is that all you want to tell me today?
I guess so. That's about all I know.
Well, she's kind of tired, but she's told a whole lot, Mebedine. We've got a good story for Mama. Do you want to come and tell some? Someday we'll get her to tell us some more.
And I'm not shy.
You don't have anything to say. Mama told this story to us on July the 4th, 1985. She had been living in a nursing home since she broke her leg, but her hip rather. But I went after her Tuesday, and she and Mebedine has spent Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with me. And Faye will come after her this afternoon and take her back to the nursing home. She is improving so much that soon we hope that we can keep her either in her home or in our home with us. She was 91 years old last December. And I think we'll always enjoy this story that Mama has told us.